Hey guys, this is Brad from Rarity coming to you with a little talk about the deck that I'm going to be playing mostly after the new set releases and the changes that I'm going to be making for rotation. So here we go, and just so you guys know, it is an Alolan Ninetales water box list. So let's start with the first card, which actually is not going to be the first card, but so I used to play Pseudo-Rudo. Now that's actually going to be turning into a Marshadow for all of those matchups and kind of make things a little bit easier. Kind of really excited for those matchups. Obviously we're losing a lot of things, so that really helps with like the Turbodog matchup and a few other matchups as well, just to get that weakness. So obviously still playing 4 Alolan Vulpix because, well, you kind of need it. I'm still playing 3 of the Alolan Ninetales, of the Ninetales GX. But one of the big things that I am adding, obviously you see these First Seekers, but that's not what they're going to be. This is one of the cards that I had to change for the new set, but this is going to be 2 of the new Alolan Ninetales. And for those of you who don't know what it does, the Alolan Ninetales is unaffected by Pokemon EX and GX attacks, which is just really good. There are some matchups that it's like, if they don't have any backup to it, and since we are losing things like Vileplume, we are losing Hexmaniac, it's going to be a really good tech in my opinion. I think that's the way it's going to have to be played, especially with all these new GXs that are coming out. I am still going to be playing one Manaphy. I still like it. I like the ability to be able to switch when I can. Obviously, you kind of lose a few things with it, because obviously it's just we're losing Lysander, so now it's a Guzma target. So it's kind of one of those things where they'll just let Guzma it out. That does mean that they do have to use a supporter for the turn, which I personally like. If I can find... I've got one. I am now bumping up to 3 Tapu Lele. Now that I really have some more room for it, and the supporters are going to be really important, I'm going to be running the 4 Tapu Lele, or sorry, 3 Tapu Lele, just to ensure that I'm able to get supporters whenever I want. So I have 3 Glaceon in my deck right now. The Glaceon EX, since we don't lose it, which I'm really happy about. But one of the big things that, one of them is going to be turning into Tapu Fini, because even though Ice Path is a fantastic GX move, for those of you who don't know what Tapu Fini does, is for 1 water, you take your opponent's active Pokemon and everything attached to it, and you shuffle it back into the deck. Now, you can't do this if it is their only Pokemon, but it's still really good, because you can just Guzma out a target that they've been putting on the bench, and that they've just been letting you hit another target that they're just expecting to die to then, you know, stomp you with the other one and just really set them back a lot. Especially like for Mega Gardevoir, where it's put all these energies on here, well, get the one that has all the energy and just go put it all back. Or Darkrai, where it's with the Evoltal and all that, where it gets more attack based on the amount of energy. You just pick whatever has the best energy and just put it back. And so it kind of just wins them a little bit. I'm still playing 2 Glaceon EX. I love this card. It's great for some matchups. If they don't run the Pokemon Ranger, you can auto-win. Like things like Mega Gardevoir, where if they don't have a basic attacker, you can just win. Or like if they're using something where it's like they've been powering up a Tapu Lele, which they're probably going to be running, then you just put it in the deck and then just kind of go from there. Obviously it slow rolls a little bit, but I definitely do enjoy the fact that it kind of slow rolls your opponent. Now on to the trainers. So I have 1 Karen, just for the Bees matchup. I do like having the 1 Karen in the deck. 1 Olympia, one Pokemon fan club. I added this. It's just to be able to go get my start and just be able to start a little bit stronger. These are, obviously you see 2 Lysander, however these are going to become 2 Guzma, as we are losing the Lysander in the format. 1 Skyla, and I may or may not change how many Skyla I run. I obviously may take out a Karen for an extra Skyla, or take out other cards, just like take out Pokemon Fan Club and use other things just to be able to add a Skyla, just to be able to search the items that I need. 2 Kukui. I like having the 2 Kukui. I like having the room to put in 2 Kukui. It's not as good as Sycamore or N, but it's not bad. 4 N, obviously with the new format, with losing the Verse Seekers, we are going to have to run more of cards that you probably wouldn't necessarily want to run more of. But, and then here's 4 Sycamore. Obviously, because Sycamore. Now on to my items and my stadium. So my first item is 1 Special Charge, just because you will be using DC in the deck. And one of the things I like about the new Ninetales is the same cost, a lot less of how much it hits for. However, you still do have it's 1 water and 1 double colorless, allows you to hit for 80. 2 Field Blower. I may end up bumping that up a little bit more. 3 Choice Band, which I am super excited. I cannot wait to have these as secrets. I've been looking for it. I was hoping that maybe it would be in the last set, but it wasn't. But still, loving it. If you know from my last video on this deck, I did bump up the Choice Band for Ultra Ball, because Ultra Ball. For Aqua Patch. I believe in my last video I may or may not have had the Dive Balls in there, however, we do lose Dive Ball, so you're unable to use Dive Ball now. And then the loveliness of the deck is Brooklet Hill. So what I like about Brooklet Hill, for those of you who haven't necessarily seen the deck before, so Brooklet Hill allows me to search out whatever water or even fighting, aka Marshadow, that I could want, which is really good when I'm like putting like Tapu Lele or even Glaceon in the graveyard. It allows me to just go ahead and put the Marshadow or the Tapu Fini or the Glaceon or any of my basics on the field for free, which is nice, not having to use an item to be able to get things, because obviously we don't necessarily run a lot of items, we only run 14, which is really good against the guard matchup, because you're not necessarily having to use a lot of them, which I like. Now I have 6 water, and 4 double colorless. So a little bit about how I think the new deck's going to run. So I think that this new deck is really going to focus on kind of somewhat of a stall, but also somewhat of a, it's going into a slower format, so I'm going to slow you down. And the best part about Ninetales was it already slowed you down. It already slowed your opponent down. That's just something that it did. Because you had to watch out for Ice Path GX. And now that you have another one that says your EXs and GXs don't affect me, and you lost Hex Maniac so you can't stop it, well, are you playing Garbotoxin? Probably not, if you're not playing that deck. So it's kind of really neat. And obviously I think Glaceon against things like Espeon, Garbodor are just going to be really good. Like, you're just going to have a really good chance, because I can just put it on my field, get it ready, take 1 hit, and then just not add any more Pokemon. And then you can't do anything to me, right? So, like, okay, you got rid of one of my Pokemon that is just sitting there, and I didn't add any more to my bench, and I slow rolled you to the point where I'm just hitting you for 70, hitting you for 70, hitting you for 70, and you can't do anything. Which is really nice. especially with things like Gallistopod coming out, where Gallistopod's a really good card. You're probably going to be running maybe something to Rarity with it, or maybe even Gallistopod Bulu. Just things where, or like Metagross, obviously things like that where it just helps. So this is kind of my list. Obviously things may change a little bit. Didn't really have to change a lot up. Just add a few cards, switch a few cards to other things that are going to be coming out, which I like. I'm really excited for the Tapu Fini. I think it adds something to the deck that it needed. That's going to give it a little bit of an edge. Because it's not like Sylveon, where Sylveon's just like, oh, I'll put it back into your hand. Oh, start using everything and building up next turn. Well, it just kind of just gets rid of everything. So here's my deck. Hope you like it. One of the things that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days is shooting and bringing a few videos to you about kind of what we're doing with the channel and kind of what we're doing with our our Facebook. So just so you guys know, we do have a Facebook out there. It's called Rarity Productions, and we're going to be setting up things for like giveaways, which is going to be really neat. And we're going to start streaming here pretty soon. You may even see us on stream tomorrow, which is what I'm hoping for. And hopefully when we go on stream tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the Burning Shadows set list, which is going to be really neat. And kind of the things that, and how it really changes the meta. So, thank you for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. And may your lives be as max rarity as my decks. Have a great day.